So let's say Saint-Gobain product is just not restricted to only glass solutions. Like it's the My Home as a concept is something which brings together all the companies which are owned by the Saint-Gobain group. Like we have Gypsum, which is the ceilings. We also have Novelio, which is the glass fiber wallpapers. We also have Weber, which is basically your tile adhesives, grouts, all of that. So and we also have Certainty, which is basically the roofing shingles for exteriors. So all of these are the offerings of Saint-Gobain group companies for the same home. There are several companies which can come together and provide solutions. So the My Home is typically the concept for that.
So now that you've expanded into not just glass and glass products, but like you said, wall coverings, roof shingles, flooring, partitions, drywalls, everything. So if there is a home that requires all of these, you mean to say that we can still come to just one point of contact for handling of the project?
That's what I wanted to get into. I think that's a very important point from a professional assistant standpoint. So you probably need to look at having one person who can be the coordinator who will handle those other balance five.
Project manager.
Otherwise it becomes otherwise it will become quite a challenge for us to keep, then it becomes 5 separate entities.
In fact, we even realize designation, solution specialist.
Okay.
So we are not calling him exactly a salesperson or
But you already have that now?
So basically, the solution specialist at this point of time, for everything which is glass related, he is the one-stop solution. Like a window, shower cubicle, shutter, wardrobe, LED mirrors, all of these, he stands to be the one-stop solution. At the same time, he will still be the one point of contact, but he will work as a team along with the other companies.
Right.
Like there is a requirement for a ceiling, and he will work with the ceiling team to provide solution. He will work with possibly a wallpaper team to provide solution.
It is very taxing for us to coordinate with so many people. It's like at times it's very difficult to and get in touch with everyone, keep calling and keep asking them to come. Because nobody is generally at the end of it, those employees are at one point of time, they are not interested to answer your calls. Because there is some problem in the site. They have their own personal problems. They have their own personal things. So we face such kind of problems. Not only, I'm not talking about specifically any company, but I have seen personally with a lot of companies happening here. And then the employees change, they shift to other companies. It's just like.
So if you look at our the model, it's consultation, then measurement, 3-site evaluation, measurement, manufacturing as per the measurement, coming and installing the product, and then taking feedback scores. For us, the site is not closed unless I have a feedback score from to whom I have given a service, and only then it closes. And that feedback score has to come verbatim from you. I mean, there is a helpline which calls and takes your unbiased feedback, and it comes to us during installation and also post-installation.
Is there a way where we can have a pre-consultation in the design phase itself, so that we have planned everything in advance, and we could make changes at design level already to incorporate something?
Throughout the process, we are there to help them in the design stage also. At any given stage, like I said, we have product categories across different life cycles of the entire construction, right?
Right.
During construction, during interiors work, after the construction, retrofitting products, several things we have across the life cycle of the construction vehicle. So we are very, very open to collaborate at any given point of time.
For example, in window, we just see whether it's a wooden window or a metal window or a UPVC window. But window is much more than just that outer frame. The glass, it's largely clear glass. We can work with the architects and the homeowners, give them options in glass. There can be heat reduction glass, sound, acoustic comfort through glass. Many of the buildings are coming in front of
highways,
highways, metros, traffic all around. But there is heat reduction glass, 30% reduction, 50%, 65%, up to 80%. Cost may vary, but this performance glass, this we can suggest. And also, things like the kinds of handles, the D-type handle. But if a D-type handle, if you are expecting some light or a sofa to be there, maybe a different kind of handles, we'll work closely with the architect fraternity and give them these ideas so that they can make a better choice. It was a beautiful villa, outskirts facing the Mussoorie Hill Range, and the architect has really designed it well to present the nature to the house owners. So the windows were all 8 feet by 8 feet size. We said like heat and noise should not come. Why don't you go for DGU? Our solution specialist proposed. Architect was happy. Homeowner concurred. The design was agreed upon, and we got the order. We placed it in our factory. We just thought, okay, good order, big size windows, nice. But then we realized we had to manufacture, we had to transport it to Dehradun, and big size windows in the trucks. Then the truck doesn't go in those winding
Alleys, yes.
That cost it.
yeah, and we had to shift it to another vehicle. And very close to the house, even the tractor vehicle could not go.
Right.
Then we had to carry it there, then install it. I mean, it was a real experience.
All had experience.
Just to add, Harish, I think challenges like this would typically be there in every site.
Yeah.
But a company standing there and taking responsibility,
Makes the difference, yes.
somebody else taking it, that's where you want to put your money in, right? There will always be problems in site in a customized process. When we're trying to do something customized, there will always be drawbacks. There is no running away from it.
For that particular installation, had you gone in for laminated glass, wouldn't it have been safer rather than DGU?
No, laminated glass, yes. But DGU is why we proposed was for that size, and laminate glass would have costed a little, 15% more.
That cost wouldn't matter.
Sure.
Your problem would have been solved.
Exactly. And talking about laminated glass, it's now when we work closely with architects and the homeowners, they want to use a lot of glass because of that transparency and connect with the surroundings, etc. But then the safety factor comes. Glass, then you don't have grills. What do you do?
Yeah.
Then now we are suggesting this laminated glass where there will be a safety PVB film in between, so a burglar can't easily break in. So this is something very interesting now that we have worked closely with architect.
But what feedback that we have received is the fact that irrespective of what the challenge is, there is always our guy there. Okay, so if there is a challenge, it's never left. That's one of the reasons with which when we talk about end-to-end ownership, we are there. I mean, even if we right now don't have a solution for that problem, it could be highly customized. We have to find a solution to that. I am there. So that is something which has come back with a very strong.
Yeah, so the challenges, the solutions is there. So that is good.
The most important, we need somebody who's going to respond and answer to us.
That's typically where
We are ready to use on high-end products and high-end hardwares and everything on high-end thing. The thing is that we need the after service for that. The client should at the end should not be bothered.
one of the key metrics that we are also looking at is a number of consumers that they have acquired. So that is the key metric for us. So how many homes I am present. So that is what clearly says that it doesn't matter what the size is for us. If I am just able to put Saint-Gobain in the form of just one single shower cubicle, which ideally might not cost more than 30,000 rupees in a home. Even that, the kind of detailing and attention that we have to do is something that we will do, because at the end of the day, it's about the fact that there is an experience of Saint-Gobain directly to an end consumer, which is given to that customer.
It is the whole purpose of coming to somebody like you is that the responsibility of implementation is taken care of. You don't have to deal with a small vendor just because the project is small and then break your head on accountability and so on. Right? Also important is to make sure that the cost is effective.
When it comes to solutions, there is always a value add that we are providing because of the extent of the value add, which sometimes cannot be put a price on it. It's that's where the premium comes in.
Fair.
But the premium always has to be a justifiable premium.
Right.
Absolutely. Otherwise, there's no purpose to it. And one thing that I want to clarify here is the fact that it's not like we might be a big organization. At the end of the day, when we go to an end consumer, the consumer always has options. Consumer always has choice. Okay, that is something that we have to respect. Okay, if I'm not able to justify that premium, then the customer is going to walk away.
Because the clients are very well acquainted with all the products.
Making the world a better home, one step at a time. We hope our conversation today will make your home building experience more enjoyable. Stay tuned for our next sessions where we will be diving deeper into all these different offerings.